Hey guys, today I thought we would play with the new Burberry Signature Face and Eye Palette. This is a new limited edition face palette, and I ordered this off of the Burberry site and it arrived like that week between Christmas and New Year's. So this is my first chance being able to sit down and play with it with you guys. And I do have some other Burberry makeup that I thought I would also use. I have their cushion foundation. I have their highlighter, which is my all-time favorite highlighter. If you guys watched my not best of 2021, my absolute all-time favorite luxury makeup. It makes its appearance in there, I think this year and last year as well. So we'll be playing with that. I also have a Burberry lip gloss that I purchased a while ago and never tried. So we're gonna be playing with a bunch of stuff, but let's go ahead and start with the cushion foundation. So here is the Burberry cushion foundation. I did a video featuring this cushion foundation a while ago when I got it. I want to say this past summer, and I do have it in the shade 30 Light Neutral, and the official name of this cushion foundation is Ultimate Glow Cushion. And I only used it maybe a handful of times, and I remember liking it, but I can't remember why I liked it. I think I liked the finish, and it did wear well all day. So anyway, I went ahead and dampened one of my Sonia Kashuk sponges. And let me open this up so you can get an idea of what the shade looks like. And here's a swatch of it. So again, this is 30 Light Neutral. All right, so I'm gonna dip my sponge into the cushion, pick up some product, and I'm just gonna press that into the skin. So there is number 30 on. Really, really beautiful. Kind of a typical cushion foundation. It has this really kind of beautiful glow to it. It goes on really, really smoothly. It makes your skin look very supple in a way. And I do like this glow that it gives. If you're not someone that likes that much glow to their base, I think you can simply powder. But I have very dry skin, so I enjoy that. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply to the rest of my face here. All right, there it is applied all over. Yeah, I really like this cushion foundation. Really beautiful glow, nice coverage, very good shade match, which is important. I'm trying to decide if I need some concealer. I think I do. I'm seeing a little darkness here underneath my eyes, so I'm just gonna go in with my Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer in 2N. I don't have a Burberry concealer, but I think they have one that has like that sponge tip, if I'm not mistaken. I know there's been I don't know, some question about the Burberry beauty line, like what happened to it, because I know they were really big at Sephora for a while, and now I don't believe Sephora carries any of it anymore. I don't actually see it listed at larger retailers either, like Saks or Bergdorf or Neiman Marcus. So I've only been able to purchase their products off of the Burberry site, which is fine. The delivery is actually really fast. But yeah, I just wonder what's going on with the line and if they're kind of slowly revamping it. I thought they were gonna like revamp the whole thing, but it seems like they're just sort of slowly coming out with new product, like this face palette. So do I need to powder? I think I need to powder a little bit. So I'm going to throw on some of my trusty Kogendo Natural Lighting Powder. I've got my Yano series brush number 1 and just gonna go into this powder and just take down the shine a little bit. But this powder is so good at leaving a really beautiful, soft, light satin finish. All right, next I'm gonna try this blush that I got so long ago. I'm not even sure if this is part of the Burberry line anymore, but this is their Earthy Blush in number 7, Light Glow. And it's such a cool neutral toned blush by looking at it in the pan. But I remember using it and it warms up on the skin quite a bit. It actually turns quite peachy. And so I guess you could say this product is a little bit on the chopping block for me. I wanted to try using it as kind of like a bronzer and just see what happens. But let me go ahead and swatch it and see what it does, at least on the back of my hand. There it is on the back of my hand. It's looks neutral there still. Huh, okay. Let's give this a shot. So let me grab a bronzer brush. I've got my Sonia G Sculpt 1 brush. And I'm gonna apply underneath my cheekbones there. Let's see if it warms up. It actually looks like it's staying pretty neutral. Huh. I haven't been using this blush because the first few times I used it, it really turned quite peachy on my skin. You know, which for a blush is not a bad thing, but it just was not what I was expecting when I got this. But now it looks like a really nice contour powder. Wow, I hope they still have this. Earthy Blush, number 7, Natural Glow. All right, well, that product is not on the chopping block anymore. It's actually working out for me. Oh, what a nice surprise. Okay, well, let's move on to this new face palette. So this is listed as being limited edition, and we've got a blush, a highlight, and 4 eyeshadows in there. It is laid out very, very similarly to the Tom Ford face palettes. So very interesting there. Anyway, here's a close look at the palette. And here are some swatches. So I've swatched the blush, then the highlight, and then I did the 4 eyeshadows. I am really excited for this shade up here. I have some of those Burberry single shadows that they used to have. Again, I'm not sure if it's part of their line. I got it at Sephora years ago, and it was called, I believe, Trench, and they discontinued it. And I think it was similar to this because I've since decluttered it. But yeah, I'm really, really excited for this shade in particular. But let's go ahead and start with the blush here. And just gonna tap into this product. So all of the products in here are pressed powders. They're not baked gelée, so they're not like the other face palettes that Burberry came out with that I believe have been sold out on their site. But those came out, I wanna say, was it last year? Well, now when I say last year, I mean 2020. I think they came out a little bit more than a year ago. And those were like those really beautiful baked gelée. But this is not. These are just pressed powders. And this blush has a little bit of a matte feel to it. It's also very, very pale. It is definitely buildable. I'll say this is like 2 layers. So I think if maybe you have a little bit of a deeper skin tone than me, then this will work, but I would not definitely, I mean, you can I'm sure tell by looking at this palette, I do not think this will work for like deeper skin tones. But if you have a lighter skin tone than me, or even just a little bit deeper, I think that'll work. And the finish is, I want to say, very soft matte. Not really my favorite. I do like cheek products with a sheen, but because it has like a little bit of softness to it, it doesn't look drying at all, which is really nice. Hope you guys can see that like finish there. It's pretty. All right, let's move over to the highlight. So this highlight is much more subtle than those Fresh Glow highlighters that I love. Let me actually show you what I am talking about. So if you guys, again, watch my absolute all-time favorite luxury beauty video, these appeared as my highlight. So these are baked gelée formula, and this again is a pressed powder formula. So there's a nice sheen to it, but the reason why I pulled out these Fresh Glow highlighters is I think this may be a little bit too deep for my skin tone, which is funny since this blush is so light. But let's try it. I don't think you can really tell when it comes to highlighter. You can really tell until you actually get it onto your cheek. So I'm going to take actually a very large eyeshadow brush. This is my Chikuhodo GSN 7 brush. And I'm going to go into the highlight and just hit the tops of my cheekbones. It is fairly golden, I will say, and it does have a really beautiful smooth sheen. I'm just trying to figure out, I think it's a teensy bit too deep for my skin tone. I feel like I see a little bit of a shadow here when I kind of turn away from the light. Obviously when it catches the light, it's very bright, it's very light. It looks like it's great on my skin tone, but it's when you turn away from the light, like what do you see in its like shadow? And I feel like I see a little bit of shadow there. It's okay, I think I can get away with it, but yeah, if you have a lighter skin tone than me, I think this is definitely gonna be too dark for you. If you guys have this palette and you feel like you're a lighter skin tone than me, let us know down below if you think this works for you. And conversely, if you have a deeper skin tone than me and you've tried this blush and you think it works for you, let us know, or not. Let us know down below in the comment section. It's always hard to guess when you don't have that skin tone. It's always hard to guess what is going to work and what is not going to work. But the sheen of this is really quite beautiful. Not quite as bright, again, as the baked versions, but that's really nice. Very, very smooth. All right, well, that is the blush and the highlighter from the face palette. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my eyebrows and I'll be right back to play with those eyeshadows. Okay, so I'm gonna go right into this color here, and they are calling this the Burberry Beige Matte. There are names for all of these products. I had no idea. So on the back of the palette here, this is a dusty pink matte blush. This is the Rose Gold Shimmer. I don't really see that much rose in there. I definitely see more gold. And then this is the Burberry Beige Matte. This is a golden shimmer. This one is the dark carmine in a satin finish, and this is bridal brown in a satin finish. So I'm going to start with the beige matte shade here. I've got my Sonia G Worker 2 brush. Product picks up very, very easily. It is definitely on the softer side. And I'm pretty much just sweeping it like all over my eyeball and just going back and forth, windshield wiper motion. Wow, and one dip in the pan, I think gave me enough pigment for my whole eyelid here. Okay, I'm just gonna flip this brush over, use the clean side, and go into this carmine color. I'm really curious about this shade and how it looks on my lids, because I think red eyeshadow is always a little tricky. So this is a satin shade. It's a very subtle satin. I'm gonna add this to my outer corner here. I'm going to take my Esom V34 brush and blend this out. I'm just using circular motions. Definitely an interesting eye look. I like this red though. It's very, very pretty. There is a little bit of warmth to it, like a teeny tiny bit towards orange, this shade. Really pretty. Okay, let me do the other side. Definitely not an everyday color for me, but pretty, pretty. I think this kind of red is one that is safe, like it doesn't make you look sick. It's almost like a very red melon color because it does have a little bit of that orangey peach in there. Oh, it's pretty. Okay, let's try this gold color. And I have to say, this color story is very unique to me. It's not, you know, these are not 4 shades that I would normally pair together, but I'm gonna try this gold one, and I'm just gonna kind of add that to the inner portion of my lid. I've got my Sonia G Worker 3 brush here, and ooh, wow. You know what I'm realizing? Maybe I'm dense, but I think this is a wonderful Lunar New Year palette because of the red and the gold. Those are really, really popular colors in at least Chinese culture. So this is making a little bit more sense to me now. Okay. Yeah, that gold really just made this look very festive, very, very festive. Okay, I'm gonna take a pencil brush and go into this deeper brown shade and just line my eyes with it. All right, well, that is the whole face palette, right? I used all of the products in here. Yeah, I used all of the products in here. Really, really fine quality. I think it really comes down to whether or not you like the shades in here, whether you think they're gonna work for your skin tone. The only thing I would challenge Burberry on is calling this a rose gold shimmer. I really don't see much rose in there. I guess you can see a little bit in the pan. It kind of looks like a cool toned gold. But once I get it on my skin, I think it's very golden. Very, very golden. Okay, I'm gonna apply some mascara and I'll be right back to put on that Burberry lip gloss. All right, so I've got the Burberry Kisses Gloss Wet Shine Moisturizing. I thought it said nourishing and I was like, no, it's not. Moisturizing gloss. And I purchased this actually when I I think. Yeah, when I got the cushion foundation, and I don't know, for some reason I didn't use it. So this will be my first try with the Burberry gloss. So this is Coral Glow, number 60, I'm sorry, Coral Rose, number 65. I should really bring my reading glasses in here when I'm filming. So we've got a doe foot applicator, and this particular shade has like really fine, crystally metallic bits in there, like little micro glitters. Ooh, a really pretty subtle sheen. I was worried when I read this description, wet shine, because I'm not someone who likes a really super high shine, like slick shine lip gloss. I really like this kind of finish, which to me is a little bit more of like a satin finish. And this actually has like a little bit of milkiness to it, this shade. It's not very brightly coral or rose. It's really pretty. Really, really pretty. And I think you can see a little bit of the sparkle in there. There's no taste. I'm trying to figure out if there's a scent. I think it's scent-free and taste-free, which is amazing. Amazing. Feels great. Feels like a really moisturizing lip gloss. Wow, I really should have pulled this out earlier. It's quite nice. All right, guys, that is it. Playing with some new Burberry makeup, their signature eye and face palette, and some other Burberry makeup that I had. Please let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.